Triple EDC back again with another knife video. This is the Kizer Feist. Now, this is a new knife that I just got, but I'm going to go ahead and let you know right up front that this is going out. It's not going to be staying in the collection, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, first of all, I still have the gloves on. I don't normally wear the gloves, but had an accident with the hands, and I've got to at least wear them for maybe the next week or so. So, in the meantime, let's go ahead and do a size comparison. This is the Kalashnikov. Let's go ahead and show you the Boker Kalashnikov dwarfs the Kizer Feist. Let's go ahead and use the Benchmade 940, which also dwarfs the Feist. Benchmade Griptilian. Benchmade Bugout. So even the Benchmade Bugout dwarfs the Feist. Paramilitary 2, Spyderco Paramilitary 2, and Para 3. And so you can see, this is a tiny knife. It is extremely small. And that really probably is the major reason why I'm getting rid of it. Just right up front, I'll go ahead and tell you that. As you guys know, I'm not a big fan of smaller knives. So why did I get the Feist in the first place? Well, it's a front flipper, and I wanted to give it a try. It's a very popular front flipper, and it looks pretty nice. But let's go ahead and talk about what's good and what's bad about this knife. Okay, so what's good about it? So I'll tell you right off the bat, I like the pivot hardware. Pivot hardware on both sides looks great. I like this is a little plain on the show scale, but I do really like the clip side scale. I think it's extremely attractive. On the show side, I would like to see some design. There is another version of this with some milling on this side of the scale, and that version, I believe, is like a Warncliffe style blade. This is a drop point, as you can see. All right, what else is good about this? It's a nice, it's decently thin stock, as you can see. Let's see if I put that up against the Benchmade Bugout. You can see, you know, it's decently thin stock. And it comes to a decently thin edge over here, although not super thin. It's flat ground, S35 VN. So you got a nice good steel there. Not too much billboarding, made by Justin Lundquist, the design. And it actually is pretty well designed, so that's one of the nice things about it. You've got lock bar over travel stop, nice relief cutout, and some actual decent flipping action. It's on bearings, so it closes pretty nice, even though it's got, you know, a pretty short, light blade. And the D10's dialed in pretty well, so I do have to say that. Okay, so let's talk about what is bad about this knife, and I'm going to make this a short video probably. But what's bad about it, first of all, is the size of the flipper tab. This flipper tab is tiny, and you know, when I go, and by the way, some people can hold it like this and do it. My fingers aren't long enough to do that without the, yeah, I'm not really able to do that on my own over here, but how you open this, if your fingers aren't that long, if they are that long, people will just open it like that. But if they aren't that long, what you do is you put your thumb there and you sort of roll it like a lighter, like a Bic lighter, like that. Give it a little wrist while you're doing it. And you're seeing him having a little trouble doing that. And normally when I do a front flipper, I don't have any trouble. So why do I have trouble now? Well, one of the reasons, like I said, is it's short. And the other reason is this jimping does not do much for grip. It really is not very effective jimping. It's a little bit effective, but not nearly where it should be. You combine those two and you get, you know, sometimes when you get a really good grip, you get a nice, you know, satisfying thwack, and other times you're sort of missing the mark and not getting this out, hitting as hard as you want it to hit. And that's just not acceptable. I want to feel like every time I open the knife, it's going to be that nice thwack. So that's pretty much the bad. Like I said, also this show side scale is a little bit plain. Other than that, the design's pretty simple. It's pretty good. The pocket clip is a milled pocket clip. It sticks out a little bit, which isn't bad. I mean, it would be nice if they had a deep carry here, only because this is such a slim profile that this would benefit from just being able to hide and slip away in the pocket. But, you know, this isn't too bad where it's going to stick out a ton anyway. It's a short clip. I'm totally okay with it. It's a good clip for holding right here when you're going to go ahead and grab the knife to open it. So, yeah, I'm pretty okay with that. I think that's all pretty much I have to say about this knife. I think the main thing, you know, the main takeaway is if you're looking for a front flipper, I would recommend something. If you're going to spend 150 bucks, I would say, you know what, go ahead and spend another 70 and get the boost blade smoke. And you can maybe even find them on the secondary market for about 200, which means you're only spending about another 50 on a boost blade smoke. I have a video of that previously that has a much more satisfying front flipper action on it. It is smoother. The bearings are smoother. This has bearings in it, but the Wee Knives, which makes the boost blade smoke, their action is just so much smoother than Kizer's, at least with respect to the two front flippers that we're talking about here. And so my recommendation would be, look, if you have 200 to spend it on a boost blade smoke. If you have 150 to spend it on a different knife. If you really want the Feist, go get it on the secondary market for somewhere between 90 and 110 bucks. Blade HQ just had them on sale today, the carbon fiber version, not this version, for about $95 or $99. So yeah, you can find these cheaper, and I would not pay full retail for this. So is this on my recommended list? No. But it is a little bit fun to flip, and I'm glad I had it pass through my hands and pass through the channel, but it is not a knife that will be sticking around, and not one that I can put my stamp of approval on. All right, I think that's it for you guys. Go ahead and like the video and leave a comment. Oh, one more thing. Do not forget, I have a giveaway going on, so if you're watching this video, go ahead and go back to that video and leave a comment on that video. I have some instructions in that video on what to say in that comment, as well as like and subscribe to the page. Don't forget to hit that notification bell when you subscribe so that you get all of my content. I do plan on doing many more giveaways. Thank you guys so much for watching.